What did the big flower say to the little flower? Hey, bud. It's springtime humor here on the Busy Gamer Dad channel. We try and keep it light, we try and keep it fresh. We are doing our Arcana playthrough, and you'll hear that witty song, that wonderful background melodious music. We are back in town. We had to abandon our hopes of beating the game and or at least making progress, because we were really stretched thin, actually. We were going way too far. So I dialed it back. I took a step back, and I was like, all right, cool. We need to just chill. We need to just chill. We need to go back to town, spend the money, and I did. And as you see here, I want you guys to go with me on this adventure where we got some restore honeys, we got some HP honeys, we got some endurance honeys, and we're going to be using them all. We used all of our money. All of our money is gone. All of our money is gone because we also spent the moments that we could in town to buy Darwin his upgraded gear, or his level appropriate gear, whatever you want to call it. And there's this one thing that I wanted to make sure I called out for everybody here. The Rococo armor, it's a meme thing. Everyone can use it, but it's terrible. So the only thing that it's worth is selling, because it's just that bad. It literally is that bad. Beyond that, as you can see, we got Darwin the Dragon Blade, we got on the Mithril Gauntlet, we got on the Mithril Plate here. Rooks is currently using another Dragon Blade. We had another Mithril Gauntlet. That was from me over purchasing things, but I'm going to hold on to it in case Axe shows up again. I don't know if he's going to show up again. We do have two spike shields, as you can see there. One was from Rooks, so I am going to sell that. But beyond that, I think at this point in the game, not knowing what's going to happen next, I would encourage you to lighten the load. Sell the stuff that you can sell and profit from it. Take whatever you can and just get rid of it. So we're going to get rid of a couple of the extra things that we have, but that's not going to be enough to do really a lot. And hopefully, and I say this hopefully, we're able to capitalize on the success of everything. So that's kind of what I plan on doing anyways. So from here, we're going to go back inside the Stavery Tower, which is the last zone of the game as I understand it. I'm not entirely sure. And we're going to make progress. It has been a little while since I played the game, so please forgive me if I don't have the path completely mapped out, but I have plenty of witty banter and idle talk that I can bring to the forefront as a YouTube content creator, such as, look, I've timed this perfectly. We have a level up. Rook's gained a level. He got 6 HP. He got 3 MP. He got 4 HP, or 4 strength, sorry. 3 endurance, 1 intelligence, and 1 agility. Ruinous mission. Ifrit learned destroy. I don't know what ruinous mission is. That sounds like, oh man, we're getting into lots of combat. If anything about anything has told me anything about anything has told me, that's a good sentence. Anyways, the idea here is that we want to be using Avoid All. We talked about it before. That is your saving grace as a as you play this game, because they don't do damage to you if they can't hit you. So beyond that, we're just going to be doing the things that we can, making our way up. Now, ruinous mission. What does that do? That's not even listed in the book. Ruinous mission. Oh, there it is. Sacrifices player's strength. Okay, I won't be doing that. I don't want to be doing that. I don't want to sacrifice my player's strength, because that sounds like a terrible idea. All right, we go this way, and then I believe we go north. Yeah, we go the long way. It's always the one in the back. So we made it up to floor fancy, is what I remember. Like, it's like, this game, for me, in my childhood, we would rent this game from our local video game store. There was a Blockbuster in our neighborhood as well, but we had a different one called Video King. And that was the one we would frequent because they had a location that was like within walking distance of my house. And me and my brothers would go, or me and my friends, we would go and we would rent all manner of games from there to get movies as well, and we would play them on the weekend. And you had a weekend rental policy. You could rent games or movies for 3 days, and that was you rented on Friday. It had to be back on Sunday, so you had Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to watch it. Or sorry, Monday. You had to you rented it on Friday, and then they keep it for 2 days, and then you had to return it on the third day. Now, we, being the kids that we were, never did that. We always had late fees on our accounts. My parents hated that we would never return games because it was also coincidentally on the way to school. And we would always forget to return the games and walk them down to the video game store. Just because we were, we're kids. We were like, yeah, and we would keep it. And we would charge up the late fees and everything like that. My parents would be super upset with us and all that fun stuff. Memories. But this, circling back, was one of the games that we would frequently rent, but never beat it. And which is kind of a travesty because I think this game is a lot of fun to play. And I think it's a really good game for the Super Nintendo. It really does showcase a lot of what the Super Nintendo, really, for lack of a better term, brought to the table in the console era that was the 90s. And if you didn't see last episode, or I think it was maybe about 2 episodes ago, we started rambling, or at least I did, about the video game industry in the 80s and 90s when I was coming up. And I love having these talks with people who are new to the video game industry, who have, and I say new, like everyone knows what it is, but who have not gone and done any type of deep research. Because I'm not going to say I'm an expert either, but I love having a conversation with people about what they remember from their past and their earliest games that they've played and the ones that they've enjoyed. So I need to go up this way, right here. And so one of the things that I enjoy talking with people about is what was their holy grail in way of video games. I did it again, didn't I? I did. There's the door over here. We got to go through the door. And I recently talked with somebody who has always preferred playing on PC. And that was one of the other topics of conversation that I had brought up during our streaming. For this is how in the next, we'll say, oh wow, he can't one-shot. Darwin doesn't one-shot those guys. Interesting. One of the things I brought up in our video was in the next 3 to 5 years, you will begin to see a more dramatic shift that everything has gone digital, that video games will become a service, very much like the streaming services you have now for videos and movies and things like that, your Disney Pluses, your Netflixes, your Paramount Pluses, your Peacocks, all that stuff. Video games will become a service because of many reasons. And one of them is the console environment. The consoles can't hold the video games. They can't hold more than one video game. They don't have the memory to hold one more video game or more than one video game. And then also, they don't have the processing power to really handle a lot of the bigger games as games go and get more in-depth and more graphics heavy, and they become more online focused, or there's a lot of computing power and things like that. That's why in these older consoles, like specifically the Nintendo, you see them slow down, the frame chuggies. And that's an affectionate term, but the way video games were, that was normal. That was when you had a lot of sprites on the screen, the game would literally choke. It couldn't keep up. And it led to a lot of, frustrating factors for sure, but that was just the limitations of the consoles. And as, the gaming companies got better, the games got more balanced, and you had different chip technology inside the games, etc., that helped really relieve that burden on the consoles and help them create good games. And you kind of saw that on the Super Nintendo, and that's where you see like games like this. Yes, it's a little bit of a slower paced game, a little bit more meaningful, we'll call it, with its graphics and sprites and things like that. But games like a high action game, like a side-scrolling beat 'em up, or like something like even Street Fighter, could potentially struggle if you had a lot of sprites, a lot of things going on the screen. You're doing a lot of finishing moves or a lot of super moves. Games like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, that for instance would cause a lot of frame chugs and things like that could end up happening. What was one of the other games that was like kind of notorious for it? Oh, it was right on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember. Like Mega Man. There we go. I couldn't think of the name. I was like, this is a major franchise. You can't think of it. Like Mega Man. Mega Man. There was a part in Mega Man X2, I believe, where you're on a rail car in one of the mines, or one of the Master or Mavericks, I think they were called in Mega Man X2, and he was. It was difficult because you had all these sprites going across the screen, and you had to do a precision jump to get a special power up, to get reuse Hadouken, and I would always miss it because I couldn't, see the timing because the game kept on chugging as I was going through it. So where are the ramblings going, and what am I talking about here? In the next 3 to 5 years, video games are going to change dramatically because we as gamers are not going to be able to have access to own a physical copy of the game. We will own the rights to play a game, but we will not own the rights to keep a game. And that's a very bad thing because we will lose the ability to play the game freely whenever we want. That's a good thing because it eliminates a lot of plastic waste that go out into the world. So if you're thinking about going green and things like that, that's a very important notion or topic to think when you have video game creation. There's a lot of plastic. There's a lot of e-waste is the term for it. So in the next 3 to 5 years, gaming will go to more console-based situations simply because it has to. The games are just going to get too big and too complex for your PC to handle. Or there's going to be a chip shortage, which there is now. If you have been paying attention to the news, there is a microchip shortage, and you are just seeing the beginnings of it. You don't even understand what's going to end up happening. There is going to be a dramatic price increase as AI continues to grow, as the world markets shift and people need more computing power for data farms and data centers. It's going to change the landscape ridiculously, and not entirely for the best, because you will have the general consumer, you and I, who are stuck in this unfortunate no man's land where we want to play games, we want to own something, but we don't have an avenue to actually stake a claim and get a physical copy of it. And when that happens in earnest, there will be a generation that will fight it, and then there's a generation that will accept it because they have no other way around it, because that's just the natural progression of things in technology in this case. Darwin gained a level up. 9 HP, 6 MP, 1 strength, 2 endurance, 1 intelligence, 3 agility. Okay, so hopefully he's going to be strong enough to start one-shotting some things. So it's not all doom and gloom. I mean, the good things about this are, as the progression gets to be more, we'll say, realized, we will see a lot of market shift, as I said, that will create a lot of jobs, that will create a lot of money. And if you're smart, you can invest in the right things that do take off. I'm not going to tell you what to invest in. I'm not that kind of person. If you want to know what to invest in, go talk to your local bank. And that's a whole other conversation that I would be glad to have on another video, if you guys think that that would be fun to have, from a dad point of view and an encouragement point of view. But the jobs and the money are going to shift dramatically, and there's going to be a lot more of it. So it's an opportunity for you out there to learn the ins and outs of the technology, even just as a cursory thing. That's a smart thing to do, and I encourage you to do that. But if you start deep diving and get a bigger education into it, you start doing the investment, you'll actually see a lot of return on investment for your efforts. And that's going to, stabilize your life. That's going to help your, significant other and your family, etc. And then you can, as things grow, they will then also shrink or stop or stagnate or stabilize. And so once they peter out, you back off and you've made your money. Go do with it what you can. Whatever you've made, I hope you made enough to do the things that you want to do, but understand that it's a short run kind of thing. As the market does shift, you'll see that. Now, what I would encourage you to do is invest in just a general savings so you can actually start to curb the cost of playing games or going on vacations or entertainment in any case. Because what I see or what I worry about happening is vacations are a luxury for a lot of people. They are naturally going to be a luxury for a lot of people because not everyone can take a vacation. Not everyone has vacation to take. And it is not a right to go on vacation. It is a privilege. And if you take the time to start saving now, you can enjoy that money to invest in your gaming habit, to create a YouTube channel like I'm doing, and enjoy these games and have an avenue to enjoy them with the audience. And it's a self-feeding cycle at that point where you become a content creator. You can go back in time and play these games like I do and show them to the future generations. And that's kind of my hope for this, to tie this up in a bow and to, make it feel like these ramblings have a point, is I am looking, when I create these videos with these retro games, to show future generations what it was like to game back in 40 years ago, 30 years ago. YouTube won't be around forever. There's going to be other platforms that do this type of thing differently, better, different, or, whatever. And I hope that I can create content or transfer this content there so that it stays around for, not forever, but for as long as it can. Because I look at these styles of games and I think that there is a definitive place for them in the future of gaming, because it will help draw inspiration on what can be done with games and what has been tried with games. I hope that the ramblings of an old man playing a game and the encouragement for you to create a content channel, to go out and try and create your own video game, to write a story, are there. Because that's one of the main things I like about my channel here, is I am constantly telling my kids, yeah, do it. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be quick. But then it wouldn't mean anything if it were. Take the 20-minute rule. If you don't know what that is, it is that if you spend 20 minutes out of every day doing something, you will be better than, I believe, 80% of the world by the end of the year doing that thing. Playing guitar, speaking another language, learning to cook, cooking, running, physical fitness, becoming better with yourself and your health and your mental health, things like that. If you spend 20 minutes, you will be better and more in tune with yourself, more in tune with your surroundings, making better life choices, etc. Or just being able to grow as a person. And that's huge. And that's what I want you to do. I want you out there to feel empowered from a random person encouraging you who said you could do it. That would make me so happy. If I am the video you stumbled on and watched to this point and realized that no one's holding you back other than you, go and do. Fail and then do better next time. It's gonna suck for a little while. It's gonna be scary. It's gonna have its own challenges that you don't even know. But don't let that stop you. So I know we started off the conversation talking about the video games in the future and the everything like that, and ended on a inspirational note. So hopefully it kind of makes sense, and I will summarize it as best I can right here. In about 3 to 5 years, video gaming will look very different. You'll no longer have consoles at home to play with your friends. Everyone will have their own online consoles and online accounts and things like that are just the avenues. That's what Xbox is right now. That's what PlayStation is right now. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. That's just the way the world's going to shift. And because of that, video games are going to feel so much more different. They're going to have a different place in your life and a different place in your world. But that should not replace your aspirations to try and play them, to try and have fun, and to try and learn something new. So do that. Take the moment, take the several days, take the year to get better at being a better you. You got this. Now, to talk about the game that we're playing right now, Arcana came around in 91, I believe, is when it was released. 92 maybe. And it's a fun game. As you can see, it's a dungeon crawler, RPG style. We are in the last tower. It's a very linear game. You literally have no open world in this game. You have the ability to just go back and forth from town and the current objective, the current mission or whatever, and you keep dungeon plunging until you beat it. It's not going to be fun for everybody, but this was also a really good stepping stone for other games. Now, HAL Laboratories, as I've said before, went on to make other different games. They just did not continue this series, and have not I don't think they have the IP anymore. I think it's Nintendo owned. So it's, kind of out of hand at this point, or out of their hands at this point, to continue playing or making a game like this. And I don't think they would go take a step back. I could see this game, with the technology that was used for it, it would easily be a mobile game. And that could be a lot of fun to play this in a mobile setting. Just sit down and, kind of go out to a location, dungeon plunge for a little while, and then get back, use the Ring of Return or cast the home spell and get back into town. That would be kind of fun to see. Oh wow, this is a hallway of monsters. That's for darn sure. One of the things that arbitrarily, and I've mentioned this with our other games that we played through, one of the things that they did that arbitrarily increased the difficulty and the playtime for these games was increase the monsters' health or encounter rate. And you'll see that here as you get further higher up in the tower. It's a war of attrition. You're constantly in the battle to minimize the amount of damage you're taking just to get that little bit further. And it's a rinse repeat mechanic, because every time you go in there, you'll get a little stronger, get a little bit more experience. You see that here, we gained a level up. We're at level 30 on our main character, 33 on our second character here, our Darwin character. And it's not a bad thing that they did it that way. It's how they developed the games. Oh, darn it. I was really hoping that would hit the middle one, because they are the one to kill. Ouch. Ouch. That rock spell is it's bleeding HP. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to switch over to our water elemental, our water card, and we're going to heal up after I take out this Rylus. And then we'll take out the other two warlocks. Well, I'm sorry, we'll take out two of these warlocks. There we are, good. And then when it's going to be Rooks' turn, we will flip to our water card and we will heal up. Call Rid, and we will defend. And then perfect, we will do Restore HP All. Restore All is a group heal, party heal. That is, HP All is the party heal, the only party heal. And then Restore All removes status effects. I'm going to have this go again, is defending, and I will have you cast the Restore All again. Unfortunately, we can't cast their spells while we're in combat as effectively. I would like to, or I'm sorry, we can't cast their spells as effectively out of combat. I would like to keep, them in combat casting spells, because it just helps. Because then we're not getting into an encounter right after we do this. But likely, if you take a step, you could run into an encounter. So, I mean, it's up to you. Alright, and then from here, we're going to call Ifrit out, and then we'll defend one more time. Because I learned something new. Ifrit has a heal spell. He has a heal spell that can heal anybody, and I didn't know that. I thought his heal spell was just for him. Turns out he had a heal spell the whole time. I assume it's because he cauterizes wounds, but I don't know. I don't know that. Let's do... Are you at full life yet? You are not. You're not even close. Oh, geez. Well, whatever. It is quite expensive for us to cast that, though. So we'll keep him there, and then I want to switch back to Sylph right there, and then the map, we're going to the right. Now, did I go? I did go in that little alcove. That's where I got, I think, one of Axe's weapons. The demon axe or armor or something like that. Alright, so that ghost has got to go, because the ghost, they do AoE sleep, which can put everybody to sleep, and that's super annoying, because this is a terrible spot to take a nap. You do not want to take a nap in the middle of combat. That's a terrible idea. You'll die. So just don't do it. Just don't do it. Alright, right here. Oh, I should have had you attack the Rylus. Darn it. And then the AoEs. Yep. We'll have you cast lightning too. Oh, good. Did hit the Rylus that time. No death on them. We'll take you out because you have the biggest health pool. See? Still not dead. And I hit that thing 3 times. I want you to take this guy out. Perfect. And then I think you can take this one out. Yeah, I thought so. I thought that was in kill threat. Ouch. Critical attack. That's not good. Really? Dragonian. Swing at him? Ah, I was hopeful. And then, nice. I was hopeful that he would kill it, but not the case. All right, we're going to go in here, go up the next floor, and then fancy? No, not fancy. Once we get to the fancy area, that's where we're going to end our episode. I don't remember. Oh, this floor was... Yes, I remember now. This was like, don't do it. Because it's just all one big room. Yep. Yep, I remember now. I'm not going to do the dodge all because I think we'll take him out before he gets to swing again. Nice. And then we get over here and there's a doorway. Maybe not. A Rylus. Ugh, these things have so much health. It's kind of annoying, actually. We're able to take him out with 1 round, so that's good. And then we literally have to go straight down. Yeah, so this was just a giant room that you had to kind of navigate around. We got really lucky finding the stairs the first time. Oh, back attack. Ah, and that sucks. That sucks. That sucks. Alright, come on. Yep, get your attacks out of the way. Ouch. Ouch. Sure. There. Really? You know what? Lightning 3. 1-shots the warlocks. It didn't affect the Rylus, though. That's kind of annoying. That's the one you want it to hit because we need that little burst of damage to finish this guy off. Girl off. Medusa off. Right there. Okay, good. And then I didn't want to keep looking around here, did I? I did not. Literally guarding the stairs. 3 bugbears just trying to do their job. I feel almost sorry for him. Almost. That was 30 damage I really didn't want to take. Rook's gained another level up. 6 HP, 3 MP, 2 strength, 3 endurance, 2 intelligence, 4 agility. Nice, that makes up for the 1 from last level. Still not the fancy floor. Alright, we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. I think we just need to go this way, and this is the opportunity right here. This right here is the opportunity for me to get all the missed stuff. Because I can almost guarantee that there's nothing that we missed. But I want to make sure I can say that with certainty. Oh geez, Merlini and Aurelius. That is a terrible combo. We're going to do dodge all. Yep. Yep. And then, do I want Darwin to attack? We can do defense impair all. Sure, why not? What's the worst that could happen? Just defense impair all. Well, oh, it did hit the Rylus, so that's good. Hit most of them. I call that a win. Maybe should have done attack in peril. Still didn't one shot. That sucks. Yep, fire 2. Ouch. Flame 2. Mm-hmm. Yep, and Sylph is weak against fire. We might lose a card. Good. Alright, well, we're not going to waste any more time with these guys. That didn't kill him. That's just great for me. That's just so great for me. That one in the back is dead. Oh dear. Yep, Sylph is going down. We're going to change Sylph out with Deo? No. Spring Ifrit out. Why not, right? I mean, they're casting fire. We'll bring fire out. And then we'll just have him do Flame 3. Show him how it's really done. They're all going to die. Perfect. Not really that much experience for that fight. I should probably be casting Flee just to run away. Save the HP. Because they hurt. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use my sleeping bag. Yeah, let's use the sleeping bag. We've got 2 of them, right? We do. Let's use the sleeping bag right there. And then we're going to call this episode here. So this was busygamerdad playing some more Arcana. Thank you very much. Like, comment, subscribe. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video and the ramblings of a old gamer. I hope to see you in our next episode. Later.